day, everyone. Today we'll be talking about random forests. In the previous videos, we have already seen the concept of decision trees. Okay. Now, random forest is a collection of trees, as the name suggests. Like forest is a collection of trees. Similarly, random forest comes up with a collection of various decision trees. That is why this random forest algorithm is considered to have more or better accuracy than compared to other algorithms. And this is one of the choice by many of the researchers who are doing their work, many of the people who are working on real-time projects, they work with random forest just because of a better accuracy. So we'll see what all contents we'll be covering. We'll be only covering random forest and random trees. So let's first see what is a random tree or a random forest. So random forest is a popular machine learning algorithm that belongs to a supervised machine learning techniques. Again, we have already discussed in the previous slides that what is supervised machine learning. A supervised machine learning technique is one technique in which the classes are already given to us priorly. That is, we know our input and output. Okay, so it can be used both for classification and regression problems. Again, in my previous videos, I've discussed about the classification and the regression problems. So if you do not have any idea, just go to that video and you will clarify the concept of classification and regression. Now, these random forest or random trees is based on the concept of ensemble learning. So what is ensemble learning actually? Ensemble learning is where we use multiple classifiers. Okay. So here I have already told you that we are using multiple decision trees. That is why we say that random forest or random trees, they follow the ensemble learning approach. So which is the process of combining multiple classifiers to solve a complex problem and to improve the performance of the model. Now, as the name suggests, random forest is a classifier that contain a number of decision trees on various subsets of a given data set. So the whole data set is divided into various subsets, and then we apply the decision tree concept on these subsets. Fine. So and finally we average the accuracy. That is why we say that it improves the accuracy of the model. So instead of relying on one decision tree, the random forest takes the prediction from each tree, and based on the majority votes of prediction, it predicts the final output. And the greater number of trees in the forest leads to higher accuracy and prevents the problem of overfitting. But there are some constraints that how much you can just increase the number of trees, because it may be possible, like on when you're choosing 10 decision trees, then also you're getting an accuracy of 90%. And if you're choosing, let's say, 50 decision trees, then too you're taking having an accuracy of 90%. Then why go for 50 decision trees when you can get accuracy of 90% only by choosing 10 decision trees? So these are some of the research questions which could be faced, and you can just try it using the hit and try methods. Now, it is a very simple concept. The visualization is done over here. Let's say that you have a training set. A training set is one which is used to train the model. This training set is divided into n subsets. Let's say training data 1, training data 2, and training data n. On this, every training data, we apply the concept of decision trees. Finally, we average their votes and then we do the prediction. Let's consider it taking an example. Suppose I want to buy a TV. Now, I do not know that which TV should I go for. Samsung, should I go for Sony, should I go for Panasonic, or so on. So I just considered 10 of my friends, and then I've asked everyone to just give their opinion that which television should I go and buy. So let's say out of my 10 friends, some of them suggested that I should go for Sony. Some of them suggested I should go for Samsung. Some of them suggested, let's say, I can go for Panasonic. Then I counted all of the voting. Okay. From all of the voting, I found that, let's say, out of 10, 6 people suggested that I should go for Sony television. 3 people suggested that I should go for Samsung, and only 1 people suggested that I should go for Panasonic. So now the decision is very clear. I will go with the Sony television. So this is how the random forest also works. Again, I've taken one of the example, like you have a fruit basket and there you need to just classify the fruits. So I have various fruits I want to classify. So for a particular fruit, I want to see that what kind of fruit it is. It is an apple or it is a banana. So I have divided into 3 decision trees, 3 subsets. One of the decision tree output says that it is an apple. Another also says that it is an apple. But the third decision tree output says that it is a banana. But since we go with the majority votes, so we will say that the final prediction is the apple. So I hope the concept of decision trees and random forest, how it is applied, is clear over here. Okay, now why use random forest? Like, since we have the other machine learning algorithms, why we should go for random forest? See, it takes less training time as compared to other algorithms. It predicts output with high accuracy. We have seen that even for large data sets, it runs efficiently. Why? Because it do not take the whole data set combinedly. It divide, put it into parts and do the parallel processing. It can also maintain accuracy when a large portion of data is missing. Fine. Okay, so that is it from my side. Hope the concept was clear. Thank you. You can just reach us. You can find us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and LinkedIn. Thank you.